The Emperor's New Clothes. Once upon a time, a rich and greedy emperor lived in a magnificent palace. While his people suffered in hunger and poverty, the emperor spent his wealth on adorning himself and filling his palace with luxury. One day, a man came to visit the emperor.
Your Majesty, I can create the most beautiful robe in the world for you.
The emperor was very curious about the offer.
Really? The most beautiful robe in the world?
That's right. I would be happy to show you, but I need some gold to buy materials.
Servants, give this man all the gold he needs. I want him to begin immediately.
That very day, the man began his work. He chose a large room in the palace where he would sit and weave for hours, but he didn't seem to have any thread or fabric in his hands. A month went by, and still the man showed no signs of progress. The emperor began to grow anxious and called his servant.
However gorgeous and opulent these garments may be, he is taking far too long. I am tired of waiting. Go and see what he is doing in that room. Now!
The servant came into the room and saw the man waving his hands over an empty weaving loom. He wasn't making anything.
What are you doing there? Where is the robe? There's nothing there.
Why, I'm making it right now. Here it is. Can't you see it?
See what? Where?
Ah, your eyes are unable to grasp it. This robe is made of a very special material. It only reveals itself to those who are pure of soul.
The servant was taken aback and embarrassed. He instantly changed his attitude.
Oh, yes, of course. Now I see it. It's really beautiful, you know.
I am going to need some more fabric. Go back to the emperor and ask for more gold.
Your Majesty, I have seen the robe and it is a work of genius. Please give him more money so he could finish the fabric.
The emperor was overjoyed to hear this.
Is it really that wondrous? Bring him more gold at once. I want that new robe finished as soon as possible.
The man, meanwhile, was having a splendid time. He only pretended to weave and spent most of his day joking around.
Soon I will be very rich. Rich!
Almost 2 months went by, and the man continued to insist the robe was not finished.
I've had enough of this. I will wait no longer. I will see this wonder for myself.
The emperor and his servant came to see the man's work. He just sat there, working away at his empty loom.
Tell me, how much more time do you need?
Oh, just a little longer. See, it's almost done. Take a look at this.
Realizing there was nothing in the man's hands, The emperor was confused. As he stared at the empty air, his servant spoke up.
The man says this special robe is visible only to those pure of heart, like your majesty. Isn't it lovely, your highness?
Is it?
Just a little more time. All I have left to do is to attach this collar here. See? Then I'll be done.
Yes, oh, I see. Your skills are exquisite, aren't they?
The emperor also pretended he could see the robe.
All right, then. Go ahead and finish it.
The emperor was skeptical, but he said nothing because he didn't want anyone to think his heart wasn't pure. The man was overcome by a fit of giggles as soon as the emperor left the room. In a few days, the man appeared at the emperor's chambers, claiming the robe was complete.
Your Majesty, I have good news. My work is done.
Oh, is it? Let me try it on, then.
Here you are, Your Majesty. Please, handle it gently. The fabric is fragile.
Oh, indeed it is. So light and beautiful.
The moment the emperor put on the invisible robe, his servant gazed at him in wonder and admiration.
Oh, your majesty, it looks so magnificent on you. The most exquisite robe ever made. Ooh.
Do you think so? Of course, I like it very much.
Perhaps Your Majesty should wear it for the upcoming parade.
A splendid idea! Give him more gold for this masterpiece.
Ooh.
As soon as he was paid, the man slunk out of the palace and hurried away.
That emperor is such a fool.
The morning of the parade dawned, and the emperor stood admiring himself in a mirror completely naked.
What an amazing robe! I am convinced my people will be stunned by my radiance.
The servant peeked in and called the emperor to the door.
Your majesty, the parade is about to commence. Are you ready? Let's go now, your highness.
Ah, yes, of course.
Finally, the long-awaited parade began. The emperor boldly showed off his expensive new robe, waving his hand at the people.
Wow, nice! What a stunning robe! What a stunning robe!
Our emperor looks so elegant in it! Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
The people had all heard that the robe was only visible to the pure of heart, so they dutifully cheered and pretended to be amazed. Hearing all of the cheering, the emperor grew more and more confident, showing off his naked body this way and that.
Look at how the people admire my new robe. I am the most magnificent emperor of all. Oh.
The emperor was very pleased with himself.
That's right.
Suddenly, a child from the crowd pointed at the emperor and began to shout.
Look, how funny! The emperor is naked!
Hearing the child, the other people began to laugh too. The laughter grew louder and louder.
The emperor is naked! What's going on?
The emperor was blushing from embarrassment at being laughed at by his own people. But he couldn't stop the parade. He carried on and had to endure the ridicule and humiliation that followed him as he posed as the most exquisite emperor in the world.
The Blue Bird.
The Three Little Pigs. Daddy Longlegs. Gulliver's Travels.
Donkey Skin.
Peter Pan.
Anne of Green Gables.